Prince Durant, assistant professor here at Grambling State University in the Department of Visual and Performing Arts, the director of the musical Dreamgirls. I actually wanted to do broadcasting. My undergrad degree was in broadcast journalism and English. And so that's what I wanted to go. But I was interested in pledging Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And so in that interest, we were required to have extracurricular activity. And none of the organizations were accepting membership with the exception of the theater. And so I first got into theater simply because I needed an extracurricular activity, but then found out I liked it. And because I liked it, I wanted to do a lot more. And my mentor suggested that I go to graduate school for that. And that's why I went to the University of Arkansas and got an MFA in play and screenwriting. And then teaching kind of came along with being in grad school. And so I just never considered myself as a teacher per se. I think every time I get before my audience, which are my students, it's a performance. And so as a professor, I'm an artist, and as an artist, I perform, and as a performer, I teach. I was just the person that said, hey, let's do Dreamgirls. And it's really interesting and kind of fortunate because Dreamgirls is actually going back on Broadway this fall. And typically when a show is on Broadway, you don't get the rights to do it anywhere else in the country. And so we're probably one of the few people, if not the last theater to be able to be allowed to do the rights to Dreamgirls before it goes on Broadway. And so all those things played into a part of me deciding to do it here.
I'm Jerry Richardson, and I play Laurel Robbins. I prepared for my role and connected with my character by searching up, what does Laurel want? And I feel like just talking to Jimmy Early or just the Dreamgirls and just getting to know their story, I could able to piece up my own because, everybody is connected to each other. So I feel like just connecting with the people that connect with Laurel the most really helped me get into character.
Any artist, be it theater, dance, or whatever, understands the ups and downs of just this business. And so the journey will tell you that they're going to be crooked roads, they're going to be straight roads, they're going to be back roads, they're going to be highways. And you just have to navigate the uncertain terrain if you desire to do this. And so I've always had big dreams. I've always had big aspirations and passions and desires to do this beyond, coming from a small town in Mississippi. And so being here at Grambling, one of the questions I was asked in the previous interview is, why do Dreamgirls at Grambling? Well, the response to that question is simple. Why not do it? Something like Dreamgirls has always been done in the big cities, on the big stages, but there's no separation between what they do and what we do. We have all the tools that are necessary to make sure that we do the type of quality that represents Dreamgirls. We have the actors, we have the students, we have the technicians, we have the resources. And so I'm doing Dreamgirls here at Grambling because we deserve to do Dreamgirls here at Grambling.
I hope that the audience takes that, people work really hard to be where they are. And, you should strive to be great. I don't know. I feel like everybody should strive to be their best selves. And I feel like the show is a representation of strive to be your best.
Well, I hope they take away that it doesn't matter where you are in terms of what you do. Yes, we are in Grambling, Louisiana. Yes, we are in an HBCU. But just because we're in Grambling, Louisiana, just because we're in HBCU doesn't mean you need to devalue what you do here. We can do just as much, if not better, than those institutions in bigger cities or those institutions of bigger sizes. And so I want them to take away the experience of, we did a pretty darn good job here at Grambling State University, as we always say, where everybody is somebody.